Hello and welcome to today's low impact cardio. We're gonna blast it, take it from the joints, but we're gonna work from top to bottom. So I'm gonna ask you to start over to one side. We're gonna sit down into a semi squat and we're gonna walk back and forward. So I'm covering side to side, but if you wanna walk toward your screen and then walk away from it, you can do that too. So the lower you get, the more challenge it's going to be. There you go. All right. Just a heads up, I'm healing a minor shoulder injury, so you might see me only using one arm for some moves, but I'll remind you that we're gonna use both. All right. Sit down into that squat and walk. And let's go ahead and return to center. All right. Shake it out for just a little bit. Just kind of kick the feet out because we're getting into some high knee kicks. So what we're gonna do, start with one knee up, kick it forward, knee up, kick. So I'll show you a slightly different angle. You're lifting the knee and then extending, AKA straightening the leg. So you wanna keep your torso as upright as possible. I'm already feeling the breathing rate increasing, so that's good. Bringing up the body temperature. All right, soft landing on your foot. Torso is upright, looking straight forward. Knee up, and then extension or kick. All right, toes pointed up to the ceiling. Think about kicking, your heel coming forward. Good. And recover, shake that out. All right, so we're just tapping side to side for a bit. Now we're gonna bring it in the middle to our modified jack, but we're gonna start with a narrow squat. It's not gonna be all the way down, it's just gonna be a slight bend, and then we're coming out. So we're gonna do both arms. You're gonna do both arms. I'm gonna stick to one side here. Actually, this one's not so bad, but if you wanna go ahead and circle the arm all the way up, you're gonna have your thumb facing up, and then when you step out, your thumbs are facing into each other up at the top. So go ahead, so you can do arms all the way up or arms to your side, lateral raise. Hit that slight knee bend. There we go. Woo. Deep breath out. Good. All right, shake that out. Tap it side to side. Maybe just a quick shoulder stretch, hugging your arm across, and then we're bringing it to the other side. Just keep it light. All right. Now we're gonna do our hip extension, which means we're gonna tap foot back, try to straighten your leg behind you. Key here is to try to keep your torso upright. That way, relative to your body, torso, your leg is going behind you, creating that hip extension, which means to the back, working the glute, hamstring. All right. Your heel is off the floor behind you. And if it helps, you can slightly extend your spine, which means shoulders back, slight arch, not excessive. Tap, speed it up. Once you have the hang of it, tap back. All right. Now walk it out in place. Maybe do some side-to-side head leans. Kind of have to feel intuitively something's feeling tight. Just kind of move it a little bit more, increase that circulation and blood flow. Now we're gonna do hands in front. We're gonna walk the feet just outside hip width, bringing the knee up in toward the center, so toward your abdomen. And I want you to twist your torso, so twist through the waist, turn your shoulders, and kind of slightly down toward your knee. So it's a kind of twist diagonal. There we go. Breathe out with it. Okay, believe it or not, breathing out like that helps you contract the abdomen. So kind of breathing through your teeth. Don't blow all the air out, but just let your breath come out. Good. All right, guess what? We are already at the 5-minute point, so I'm gonna ask you to get a sip of water. There we go. All right, loosen it up. We're getting into that squat position, which means feet are semi-wide. Okay, it's gonna depend on our limb length. Now we're gonna sit down into a squat. So glutes come down. As you come up, we're gonna lift the heels off the floor. Down and up. Here we go. Down, heel raise up. All right, that's good. For those of you at home who would like to lift your arms up overhead, you can do that with both. So from elbow to wrist, good. Lifting both arms, good. Squeeze. Looking good, looking good. All right, and recover. Heels down. For the next one, we're going off to one side. We're gonna need some balance for this. We're doing side leg raise. So I happen to be freestanding. However, if you have something to hold on to, feel free to do that. Nothing wrong with that. Really working that outer hip motion. There you go. Standing leg is strong. And I know what you're thinking. You want to switch, but we're almost at that point. Keep your knee and foot facing forward to really emphasize that abduction, other side, abduction. So opening out to the side. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little secret. If you wanna get more range, you can cross your leg to the front slightly and then lift out. It's not a quick kick. We're controlling that lift. Woo, already feeling it. And you think the other leg would be recovering, but it's actually working to keep your balance. All right, so kind of just tap it in place for now. We're coming into some butt kickers. So working the hamstrings, back of the thighs. Want to keep your knees down. And you're gonna kick the heel up in that circular motion toward your glute. For those of you who would like to add the arms, we're gonna bend the elbows, bring in our fists up to our shoulder. Yeah, it's kind of a coordination thing, right? But hopefully that's pretty easy enough. Bending your knees, bending your elbows. Heels come to the glute, hand comes toward the shoulder. And don't mind me changing where I'm facing. Just like to show all the different angles. Kind of cool if we had a multi-camera operation, but that might be a little overwhelming. All right, we're stepping side to side and we're doing this skater motion, but we're actually gonna slow it down because I want you to get that big motion. Step wide, cross the leg behind you, and here's what we're gonna do. We're reaching down toward the floor. It doesn't have to get anywhere close to touching the floor, but you wanna aim in that direction because you're going to bend your knee down slightly, almost like a single leg squat. Now I want you to show you something from the side. Notice how we're keeping our spine long even as we reach down, bend the knee. There you go, good. Down. Reach. There we go. All right, it's looking good. I swear the time gets slower as we move on, but it's okay, we're having fun. As I get tired. You're probably just fine. All right, cross punches. We're gonna take our time with this. So I'll show you both sides first. Notice how we're turning the leg in, reaching forward with the arm. All right, so now go ahead and alternate. You might see me drop one arm, that's me, but continue to do both sides. Good, punch. All right, so what are we doing here? Lifting the heel, turn the knee in, twist slightly through your trunk, turn your shoulders, and finally you reach with the arm. I know I give you so many things to think about, but all you need to know is that this is a full body move. That's how you get that power. Boom. Keeping your arm up about shoulder height. Boom, boom. All right. Guess what? We are at the halfway point. Hit some shoulder rolls. Walk over, grab a sip of water. All right, hello to those of you who joined. All right, we're gonna continue with some punches. This time, we're starting with our feet wide. So I just checked for symmetry, which means one foot is not farther out in front than the other. Down, up. So coming up to one side, creating that U shape, down and under. And if you've worked out with me before, you might guess we are adding uppercuts. Again, we're doing alternating sides. I might favor one arm up. There you go. So elbow is bent 90 degrees. We're ducking under, over to one side, pop up. There you go. Fist. Whew. And relax. Go ahead and walk it out. Little dab here. All right. Okay, we are doing glute kickback, so we're gonna have our knees bent slightly, alternating. Kick the heel up toward the ceiling. Okay, so you wanna keep your low back strong. So arch the back slightly as you lean forward into it. And then just think about kicking the heel up to the corner of the ceiling, maybe even straight up. You're doing great. So on this one, the forward torso lean is perfectly natural. Think of it as a counterbalance. Let's go, 10 seconds. See what I mean about the time feeling slower. It's not you. I'm having a blast. Starting to feel it though. All right, breath rate coming up. Getting into some more. Standing abdominal. So I'm gonna ask you to lift both arms up overhead. I'm only gonna lift one arm myself, but we're gonna bring it down toward the knee. So both arms come down. There you go. And we're doing alternating knees, but both arms are rising up and down with every knee up. So they meet in the middle here. Boom, boom. There you go. Come on, keep that torso upright. There you go. Oh my goodness, we're still going. Boom. And we can kind of vary this a little bit. Do more of a juggle or kick up. Kick the inside of the heel up. Man, working the shoulders here. 3, 2. All right, step it side to side. Get you relieved to take a rest. Active rest. All right, getting a little deeper into our knee bends, coming back for a step back lunge. So some things to pay attention here. You're mainly gonna press off your front foot, which stays flat on the floor. You're stepping back far enough, but not too far. Basically, you want your back knee coming straight down toward the floor. Okay, but don't let it touch all the way. So step back down. And the last thing, torso upright and head is neutral. There you go. All right, looking good. Okay. Woo! Coming back up to the middle, maybe even slightly to one side. All right, so I'm gonna show you this on one side. So we're doing up, down, up, down. So we're gonna focus on this side for the first half. So what we're doing, high, low punch to one side. And we're just bending our knees slightly, raising up out of that. Raise and lower our body position. This one's killer, as you can feel, shoulders and arms. Boom, boom. All right, we're switching over to the side. Like I said, this is my healing side, so I'm just gonna turn over to the side to mirror you. I'm gonna trust that you're doing this with my back turned. So you're doing the other arm now for the second half. Boom, boom, up, down. There you go. If it helps, look to the side. 5 more seconds. I had to check on you, make sure you're not going anywhere. 1, good. Woo! All right. We are coming back to, looks like a modified jack, but we're actually lifting out to the side, so almost like a low impact star jump. So we're doing that leg raise, then we're adding both arms circle up. So please continue with both arms. I'm doing the one. There you go. Slight knee bend, open out. The main difference here from our low impact jack is instead of stepping out, we're lifting out. Targeting outer hip, boot. Woo! Feeling that shoulder working too. Thumb pointed out when it's at your side, and then circle up and inward. Slight knee bend. 3, 2, and 1. I owe you a sip of water, so go ahead and take it. We are at our final quarter. All right, so another good stretch is to kind of grab one hand behind you, so kind of reach, keeping your shoulder down, tilt your head to one side, and then grab the other wrist, shoulder down, arm is behind you, tilt it over to the other side. Okay, remember that skater move where we were coming to the side and crossing? Slight variation, we're coming to the side, keep your foot lifted like that. So just bend it. So step as wide as possible. All right, even bringing your arm over to one side, cross it over. Good, there you go. You'll end on one foot. So as you can see, it's still a steady, controlled pace. Control, keep it clean. All right, walking it back in the middle. Ooh, felt like hitting some head circles there. Okay, start by stepping side to side like this. Step together. Now we're gonna add a cross, step cross. Yeah, a little groovy. But what we're gonna do with both arms, we're gonna have them straight out, and then as you cross the leg, kind of scissoring or crossing the arms in front of us. So now that you know what it looks like, I'll continue with my one arm, but you're continuing to cross both arms in front of you as you cross that leg over. So step cross, open, cross, good. So arm and leg open out, arms and leg. Woo. There it is. All right. And go ahead and walk it in place. Do me a favor, just reach one arm up, hug the elbow in toward your head. We have our final 2 minutes to go. And then do the same thing with the other arm. Hug it in toward your head, as close as you can comfortably get it. All right. Now we're gonna do a side-to-side overhead reach. We're gonna start in a slight knee bend, so getting kind of low to the ground. Step out wide, so kind of a tap. So you get your legs straight out there. All right, meet in the middle, and then we're adding an overhead reach. So you'll alternate arms like this. All right, arm up, there you go. Good, reach, there you go. Ow! All right. And go ahead and walk it in place. Some more shoulder rolls. We are at our final minute. Okay, so we're gonna combine the knee ups and the heel kick or the butt kicker. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, up, up. Okay, good. Feel free to get a running motion with your arms. Always bring your upper body into it when we can. There you go. All right. Whew. All right, soft landing on that foot. Not a lot of noise with your foot hitting the floor. There you go. Up, up. Keep those arms moving. You're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. Get one final sip of water. Thanks for joining us today on Low Impact Cardio, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone. All right, you're welcome, E. All right, yeah, for summer games, registration is closed, so my mistake, but if you'd like to join today's class, you're welcome. Thanks so much. Thanks, Sydney. Bye, Kimberly. Bye, Lisa. Thank you. You too. Bye, Claire. Thanks so much. Hi, Deborah. Yes, I would recommend that. Keep out the arms, and if it's still too high, you can shorten the moves or even slow it down. You have options. Thank you, Kimberly. You're very welcome. Thanks, everyone, so much. You're welcome. All right, Deborah, glad you're back.